Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back here with a video. Hope everyone's well wherever you are. And I thought of an idea, and I thought I'd cover something a bit different. I suppose not that different, because it's still on football, which I often talk about. So I know that's not going to please all people, and I want to find ways to increase my viewer base. But anyway, I thought I'd talk about Man City. So sorry for anyone who doesn't like football. I hope that doesn't put them off, or you off, from supporting my channel or whatever. But anyway, I just thought I'd talk about why I think it's a bit unfair to hate on Man City and their fans for getting all this wealth. And I thought of 4 reasons as to why it's bad, or unfair to hate on Man City. For football fans, obviously, to hate on Man City and their fans and all that kind of. So, anyway, here are my 4 reasons why I think it's unfair and bad and whatnot to hate on Man City. So here goes. So number 1, by the way, this is just for a bit of fun. Also, I forgot to say in the intro, but number 1, I'm not doing my usual 40-point list videos that I normally do, but there's only 4 reasons, so I'll do it in one take, hopefully. Number 1, I think hating is bad. I'll say number 2, up until the takeover, which I think might have been 2012, or it might have been 2008, and then I think they won their first trophy in 2012. So if anyone knows information to the contrary, please let me know. Was it 2008 or 2012? I'm sure it's one of those years when they were taken over by the City Group. Up until that time, they were in, and I suppose it's a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, this video hopefully will please Man City fans, but on the other hand, it might annoy them a tiny bit for me to remind them. But Man City were in Man United's shadow, to be honest, and Man United were winning things like so many league titles, a few FA Cups, and even a few Champions Leagues. So I'd love to know, on that note, and I've been a bit too lazy or disorganized or tired or whatever to research this, but I'd love to know, and if you Google something, it can take ages to find out. So I'd love to know from Man City or Man United or any other fans, like, have there been any seasons where Man City, before the takeover that is, where Man City have had a better season than Man United, like for instance where they might have won a trophy where Man United weren't doing so well, or when Man United were relegated. I don't know what league Man City were in that time frame, but I know there was a time when Man United were relegated. I'm not sure when it was, but since the 90s and even early 2000s, before the takeover, and probably almost all their history, Man United, as far as I'm aware, have been ahead of Man City. So I think it would be hard to begrudge their fans for getting that success and enjoying it. Although it hurts a bit that they beat Inter Milan in the final of the Champions League. I did want them to beat Arsenal for the league, because my mate's an Arsenal fan, so I wanted to wind him up. But I was gutted when all the Italian teams lost, actually, and when Inter went close. All the Italian teams were close and then lost, so close and yet so far. So I was kind of gutted about that, but I can't begrudge them too much success. Number 3, I think it's not really their fans or the club or its history, like what it stands for, the emblem and all that kind of thing. It's not their fault that basically, especially the fans, I suppose whoever owned Man City before decided to sell it, but it's not really their fault, especially their fans' fault, that they got bought out. And again, the club and what it stands for historically, it's not their fault that they got bought out. And I suppose this could be another reason, actually, which I could add to it. I suppose I could have added this to another point, but it's kind of a working class. I'm not a big fan of the word class, but it's a working class or poor part of the UK, especially in England. Probably not quite as poor as some of the Scottish cities or Welsh cities, but it's quite a poor area, and so it's hard to begrudge their fans for enjoying that success. But yeah, as I say, it's not their fans' fault that they're going to enjoy that. As the true Geordie from Newcastle said, I have supported Newcastle even when they were rubbish. He might have used a different word, I can't remember, but I'm going to keep it family friendly, keep it clean and that kind of thing, and family friendly, I'll say. But he said, I supported them ever since they were rubbish. So obviously now they've got this money. In their case, obviously it's Saudi money. You might as well still support them while they're good, while they have a potential to be very good. And I think it's similar with City fans, which brings me on to point number 4, the fourth and final point, which is that I think it's a bit hypocritical for fans of other clubs to begrudge Man City, because if it happened for Italian teams and stroke or Celtic in my case, I would be really happy. I would really love it. So I think it'd be unfair to begrudge Man City fans for enjoying it and doing well. Although I wish it was, I would prefer it to be Italian teams and stroke or Celtic, any Italian team or teams in the plural, or Celtic, given my mad love for Italian football generally. I have that mad thing when I support all the Italian teams as well as Celtic. So yeah, if it happened for an Italian team and stroke or Celtic, or even multiple Italian teams in Celtic, I would love for all Italian teams to have as much money as possible, as well as Celtic. Then I would love it. So I think it would be a bit hypocritical. So I think a lot of fans are being hypocritical because Mark Goldbridge of United stand, I should be careful what I say. I don't want to slag the guy off, but I think his content is really cool and all that. I wish mine was as good as his, but yeah, I wish my content was as good as his. But he talked about like how it's not good for football that Man City have got all this money. But then when there was a rumour that there was going to be a takeover from one of the Arab sheikhs, from one who owns PSG, I think, can't remember which country it's from. But anyway, when they were going to own, I don't think it was Dubai, it was Qatar or something like that. But anyway, they were, Qatar, I think it is, who owned PSG, and they were going to buy into Man United, and he was like really happy and looking forward to that. So I think it shows the hypocrisy of certain fans. Like they might slag off Chelsea, or now Man City, or in the future will be Newcastle probably, if they have not, if they don't already slag them off. But at the same time, if it happened to their club, I'm sure they would be very happy. So anyway, I'd love to know what you think. Do you disagree with what I say? Do you agree with what I say? And as I asked in the questions on the side, on the live chat, what do you think of Man City? What do you think of FFP itself, financial fair play, of course, and football itself? And also, I know these videos are probably not going to be that great for those who don't like football. And also, whether you like Man City or not. So I'd love to hear from different fans. I hope they won't be too rude or too harsh on me or each other. But yeah, this video has gone on a bit longer than planned. I thought it might be, because I'm only covering 4 or 5 points. I thought it might be a bit shorter. But yeah, I'd love to know what you think, as I say. And do you hate Man City, or are you indifferent to them, or do you dislike them, or do you love them even? I'd love to know. And I'm out. Peace out.